beep, boop, boop.
Pixelating. Do you want my gloves or one of them?
Yeah, can I have?
You can have one.
Oh, dude, that's so fun.
Yeah.
All right.
So, well, which one do you want? Which one do you prefer?
I'll do the other one.
You want the other one? I just want one. I'll put the other one in my pocket.
Explain to people what we're doing right now.
Swapping gloves. Because it's 26 degrees outside. Are we live?
You're live. Oh.
God, it's cold. But our hearts are warm because we're back at Rupp Arena for another Walk and Talk presented by our friends at Parlor Pizza.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to be giving our Parlor pregame picks of the night
PPP.
here in a minute. But before then, we got to talk about the Cats and the Tar Heels returning to Rupp Arena, an opportunity for Kentucky to get in the win column for the very first time against a team that actually matters. Zack Geoghegan, Jacob Polachek, and Jack Pilgrim here. How are we feeling, folks? It's cold. Outside of that, how are we feeling?
What was Drew's word? Scared?
I guess
on the pregame show. That's kind of where I'm at too right now. Is just a little worried about what might happen if things go south. I don't know why my brain immediately goes there, but just after the events of the Michigan State and Louisville game, I think it's natural for a lot of Kentucky fans to kind of go there right now. But I do think I like the Kentucky's favored. The spread was a little interesting, a little too high for my liking, but it's been bet down a little bit. So I think being at home is really that's what gives me enough faith to think that Kentucky is going to end up pulling this one off. Is being at home, being in front of the home crowd, having them behind you. You know, the little Will Stein bump from the crowd as well, so it'll be a little like 5% extra loud in there tonight, I feel like. So I do think the home crowd is going to be one of the main factors of why I think Kentucky's going to win. It's just easier to play at home, and Kentucky's winning by 50 points when they play at home. So that'd be nice to happen tonight.
And Zach, you saw him with your own two eyes. We do have a Kentucky football coach in attendance.
Yes, I guess I got here a little bit early, got my Chick-fil-A early, didn't want to lose out on my spicy chicken sandwich.
Good point.
Because
good
Jack
call.
usually gets the very last one 2 minutes before I go and get mine, so I made sure to get that early. And then all of a sudden, all the students start cheering, and there's Will Stein just walking on the floor, does like 2 quick photos, and then leaves. So I guess he got his little photo op down there, and he's gone now, or he'll be back later, but probably in the deep, dark depths of Rupp Arena down there. But yes, the football coach is in the building. New guy. He's from Oregon, I think.
You think, yes. So we know he's from Oregon. Jacob, why was the spread 8.5? Like, what do you think led to such confidence from the odds makers?
You're asking the wrong guy. When I saw that 8.5, I was shocked. Maybe they think, I don't know. I truthfully am nervous.
Trimble, maybe? I don't know.
Seth Trimble being out.
Well, they beat the crap out of your Kansas Jayhawks, so you should know more than anybody why.
They are. Well, that's the thing is UNC is a very good team. They don't have Seth Trimble, but this team with Caleb Wilson, Henry Visar, they're really solid. And I think this will be closer than 8.5 points, 6.5 points, whatever. I picked, I think, a 2-point game. I think this is going to come down to the wire, and I think Kentucky's going to have their hands full, especially without 3 of their starters.
Zachary, Caleb Wilson, you know him, you don't love him.
Yes.
I kind of love him as a person. He's kind of a good kid. We got to know him a little bit during
Watched
the recruiting
a lot of his
process.
high school games. Yes.
Caleb Wilson is a great kid. Better talent, but I hope that he has a miserable night tonight.
Yes. Basically averaging 20 and 10. He's North Carolina's best player. He will be the best player on the floor tonight. Went back and watched the Michigan State UNC game, and man, he will make some highlight plays tonight. He will do some things where you're like, holy moly, that is a top 5, top 10 pick. Loves to play above the rim. He's 6'9", 6'10". Like runs the floor just really long, doesn't do anything outside of the arc, but once he gets inside the arc, he is a dominant force. So he will be the guy to watch, number 1, 2, and 3 on Kentucky's scouting report. Vassar, like you said, another really good rebounder. They're really tall, Jack. I think you had someone had a stat that they're
the biggest team in college basketball.
Yes, the biggest starting 5, and then I think even bench as well in college basketball. So very, very tall, and they offensive rebound pretty well. But yeah, Seth Trimble is out, so they're down their starting point guard as well, but he's only played 2 games, so kind of similar to how Jalen Lowe's been out. Kentucky and North Carolina still trying to navigate the waters of figuring that out. But North Carolina will go as far as Caleb Wilson goes. Another edge that I think is going to go to Kentucky tonight is the depth. And Jack, you even mentioned this as well on the pregame show. North Carolina really only goes like 6. They go like 6. They go like in between 6 and 8 guys, somewhere around there. Yeah, somewhere in there. Some might say they go 7 guys, but we'll say 7. About 7 guys, whereas Kentucky will go 10 deep pretty much the whole time. And that's basically how North Carolina lost, like, what is the Jenga theme that's now, like, that's the talk of practice at Kentucky basketball practices? Jenga's removing that last block that brings everything down. So, and that's what Michigan State was able to do with North Carolina in the final 7 minutes, where the legs just ran out for North Carolina. And Caleb Wilson, who, as much of the cool stuff that Caleb Wilson does, he will take some shots where you're like, what is this kid thinking? Like, I mentioned it to Steven and Brandon earlier today. He's kind of like just a very big and tall Jasper Johnson, where you're like, what is this kid doing? Like, running the floor, just shooting up shots where two guys are on him. So it'll be interesting to see who Kentucky puts on him. Is it going to be Yelovich, Cam Williams? You got no Mo Diabate tonight. So how does Kentucky go about dealing with him will be very interesting. I think Cam and Yelovich are probably two pretty good options. Might maybe even see some Brandon Garrison on him just because of how quick he can kind of be as a defender on the perimeter as well. So there are a lot of positives that you can point to for Kentucky. I do think they're still going to get this win, but it's just scary. Like, the vibes are scary right now.
Jacob, scoop.
I want to just say one thing, because going into this game, you might look at UNC and be like, this is not a very good three-point shooting team. Kentucky, guard the three-point shooters, please. I don't want to hear they're not guarding guys and then, why do teams shoot so well? Oh, someone's upset.
This guy really loves his job.
He's yelling. I don't want to hear people be like, why do teams...
don't matter.
Why do teams shoot so well?
I won't say anything about that guy.
We're having fun here. He's not having a great night. It doesn't seem like. Where was I?
Three-point shooting.
Guard the three-point shooters. I don't want to hear it. Why do teams shoot so well against Kentucky? If you don't guard them, they're going to hit shots. I don't care what the percentages say. So guard the three-point
I already got the tweet in the draft, so maybe I do it every game. I do it
Jack is ready.
Every single time. I'm ready. Got some minor scoop, very small scoop.
Ooh, tiny. A little nugget.
Get your take on this,
baby
Zach.
Scoopy.
A lot of time spent over the last couple days at practice on two big lineups with Brandon Garrison and Malachi Moreno, BG at the 4 and Malachi at the 5. Your thoughts?
Well, I hate that, to be perfectly honest. I really just want to see more Malachi. I think I would rather go Yelovich if we're going to do some more like the big on big type lines. But like I was saying with trying to defend Wilson, like I can understand why that might be something that Pope looks to go to, because you can put Brandon on him and then you can put Malachi on Vassar and maybe try and cancel those guys out a little bit. Caleb's still going to get his points. He's still going to get his 20 and 10 or close to it. But if you can kind of limit how he gets there, I think that's probably the thinking there, and Brandon Garrison isn't the worst option, as much as we've kind of ragged on him this season and he hasn't played up to our expectations. But if he can just play solid defense tonight, I think that's really all you'll ask for him. You're not going to ask Brandon Garrison to go out there and score 10 points and do anything more than that. You just want him to play solid defense and hopefully clean up the glass a little bit.
Yeah,
I don't like that scoop.
Let's hope.
Let's put that one back in the box.
Sorry. It's a little cold, so we can start wrapping this thing up. Jacob, do you need to see tonight to feel confident that we're going to be coming out here doing our rapid reaction? And we talked about pre-recording our 10 different rapid reaction options because it's so cold, and being like, let's do we win, we lose. All of the above. What would be the winning formula for Kentucky tonight? Who's going to be the guy that, hey, Kentucky won because of X factor?
Otega seems like too obvious of a choice, so I'm going to go with Jasper Johnson. I want to see him look comfortable out there, knock down some shots.
Angle
the UNC angle, they really wanted him out of high school, so he's someone that you're just kind of waiting for that game where he starts knocking down shots and looks like the 5-star recruit he was out of high school, and I think this is going to be the game.
Kid that almost committed to North Carolina, so fun little thing there. Your thoughts on that exact thing? I'm going with Otega. I'll just be totally honest. I think Otega, he has so underperformed in the two games that mattered up to this point against Louisville and Michigan State that I think that there's something within Otega that's going to be finally unleashed that we have not seen against a good team. So Otega is my vote for that.
I think he's going to be mine too, because I really want this to be his big breakout game. I just think it's going to be tough for him to really get to the... I did this whole article this week about Otega not shooting free throws as much, like not getting to the line, not getting to the paint as often. I don't know if this is really the game where that's going to be something that sets him up for that, unless Kentucky's really doing really shooting the ball well and opening up a little bit more space inside because just of how big and tall North Carolina is. But if Ortega can find his way to actually get in the paint and make, like he said this week, he's like, I got to put it on the refs. Like, I got to make the refs call these. They're not going to call everything, but they're going to call a lot of them if you go in there and just kind of flail your arms around and get in good position to either get fouled or, get yourself a nice clean layup or even play off 2 feet and pass it back out. So I do want to see a big Ortega away game. That's kind of, I'm with Jack on that. If I have to pick an MVP, though, I think it's going to be Malachi. I think Malachi is going to, if he gets a 15-point double-double, I think Kentucky wins this game because that probably means he outplayed Vassar. And then as long as, Caleb Wilson's probably going to outplay whoever his matchup is, but if Kentucky can win the rest of them, I think they will win this game, not handily, but it'll be a fun win for Kentucky.
Sneaky X factor. Braden Hawthorne tonight because
the Caleb Wilson prototype.
He was Caleb Wilson all week in practice. So if Kentucky finds a way to slow down Caleb Wilson, it's going to be because of what Braden Hawthorne did up to that point.
Do you think they put like 25-pound weights on Braden Hawthorne so he was actually the same size as Caleb Wilson?
Yeah, buddy, I don't know. It's the length, it's the athleticism, the versatility.
No,
all
I
that
like
stuff.
it. I like it. It's better than the scout players.
Slow him down to allow for Braden to be one of your X factors. Speaking of that, we know that this pregame walk and talk is brought to you by our friends at Parlor Pizza. So how about it's time for our Parlor Pizza pregame predictions.
Ooh, wow, a lot of alliteration tonight.
I'm starting with you.
Yeah.
Give me a score and a game MVP.
Hey, Kyle, look at this. Ringer guy. We know him.
Kyle, what's up?
What's your pick? Score.
You don't want to know.
He says we don't want to know. I don't like the sound of that. That guy pays attention to film more than most of us. So,
Jacob.
I'm sticking with my pregame prediction, which I think was 82-80 Kentucky. And my MVP is, like I said, Jasper Johnson. He's going to have a big game. I think he's going to score at least 15 points.
Zachary.
I think I was also a Jacob on a 2-point win. I don't remember my exact score. I want to say is 81-79. And I'm going to go with Malachi Moreno, 15-point double-double.
Going with 84-74 victory for the Cats, Andrea Yelovich steps in and gives you 20 good minutes, and he produces, and he is your... Man, this guy is just hilarious. That's my Parlor pregame MVP right there.
He's going to lose his voice screaming and yelling at all these people getting out of their cars.
Andrea Yelovich is our MVP. He slows down Caleb Wilson, and we celebrate
What does slow down mean?
It's 15 points and 8 rebounds.
I think Kentucky wins if Caleb Wilson does that, because if he gets 15 points on 8 rebounds, I think he's probably shooting 6 for 15.
Yeah.
5 for 15.
Yeah. So let's do it. Let's go ahead and get out of here. Let's prepare for a good celebration. We got to get this one. I mean, it is like a put up or shut up time for this program. So we're gonna have fun.
Yes.
It's gonna be a good time. Let's think happy thoughts.
Time.
No, we're not gonna let Jake Heilman put negative thoughts into the ether. We're gonna only have happy thoughts. We're gonna go in. We're gonna come out of here, celebrate before we go down to Nashville, and hopefully keep the momentum rolling because this program sure as heck needs it right now. So for Jack, for Zach, for Jacob. Thank you.
Jacob.
See you guys.